Ready for a no meat, no egg, no dairy, fast, low cost, little energy to make, great tasting meal? Then let's make one. Hello, making lunch, sandwich. Who doesn't love sandwiches? They're just great. I love them. So what I've got here is I've got some, I already did this, so this is just softened for 6 minutes in the toaster oven, zucchini and summer squash. So I made some thin slices, as you can see here, and I'll have still photos of just about everything up, so you can follow this one real easy. And you can make this any way you want. I make sandwiches 1,000 different ways. This one just popped in my head. I had this stuff in the refrigerator and I said, you know, this is going to be a great one. So I just did that in this little aluminum pan that I have for my toaster oven, stuck it in. I've made up to 4 servings on this little thing, so it's really easy to cook for 4 people in a toaster oven. After I was done that, I left the same foil. It had a couple drops of olive oil on just to keep these from sticking, and I rubbed that completely around. And there's a photo you'll see where I did that. So I did my smoked tofu, which I split in half all the time because I have 1 block that's a serving, and I smoke it on my grill outside, as you know, if you've watched my other videos. And this time I took the same foil and I just put like a half a teaspoon of already put it back, sweet chili sauce in the bottom. So that sweet chili sauce, I rubbed it around, and then I took each half of the tofu and rubbed it in, and then flipped it over and rubbed it, and then I stuck it in the toaster oven for 5 minutes. There it is, 5 minutes. So all this stuff, I could have probably, if I had 2 trays, I could have put them both in there because they'll both fit, but I did them separately. I'm going to toast my toast in a second. So that's going in as part of the base. I've also got a few little slices of Roma tomato here, which I'm going to put in. I love Roma tomatoes on this. I've got some leafy herbs here, which is great. These I just took out. This is 8 days in the bag. If you've ever watched my quick tip on how to keep this stuff that new after 8 days, I have a quick tip up on that. I'm doing avocado, and I'm doing a little bit of leeks here, just fresh leeks. It'd be great. I love leeks, they're great. I don't put a lot of them on, but they're really good, so those are gonna go on. I've got some green onion, that's gonna go on, and some cilantro. And I'm making a spread. It's gonna be very lightly put on the bread once it's toasted, very light, tikka masala and a chipotle mustard. Little mix of both, but it's gonna be very light, just a slight bit on each piece of the bread here. The rest of it's gonna be picked up with this sweet chili on there and all that. I didn't mention that I did put, when I put the zucchini and the summer squash in the toaster oven, I sprinkled a tiny, tiny bit of salt, maybe a 1/20th of a teaspoon. I mean, just a few little granules on it. Granulated garlic and a little black pepper, and that's it, and I let them go. These I didn't put anything on when I put them in the toaster oven. So I'm gonna toast up my toast. It's gonna be lightly toasted because I don't want it too heavily toasted, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I got my toast out, and I'm just gonna load it up with all the stuff. So I'm just gonna use my fork for this, it doesn't really matter. This is the dressing or whatever you want in place of, I always use this as stuff in place of like mayonnaises and stuff, which are heavily oiled. Just gonna spread this on, just lightly. I don't want a lot of this. I don't want it to overpower all the great veggies and everything. Okay, I'm gonna stick my tofu. The cool thing about this bread is it fits the tofu like right half and half. So when I cut the sandwich in half, I have 1 piece on each side. It's terrific. I'm gonna layer this stuff up on here because this is, I'm gonna go back and forth with some of these just like that, and then put the green ones on top. Ooh, that's gonna be so good. And then put the tomato, oops, I don't like seeds in my tomatoes, so I'm gonna get those out. These are cut pretty thin, so there's not much here. Yeah, that's just, not a lot of room on this sandwich. All right, we'll just double them up. There we go. Okay, avocado. Gotta have avocado. It's like a necessity in life. Let's get rid of the stem piece out of there. And I always use like a third. So you kind of get good at making a third and a third and a third. So quarter's too small, half's too much, third is like perfect. Oops. This one's just right too, which is not overly ripe, which is great. That's the way I love them. Okay, I'm just going to take some nice big chunky slices out of here. Don't really care how fancy this is, because it's just all going to be mashed into the bread anyway. So let's put the heaviest piece in the middle, get it mashed down. Take that, fill in there. Use that one, fill in the top over there. That's it. You're not going to see it, so that's the good part. Okay. Put some cilantro. Just really great. Added extra flavor. I'm going to do some green onions, I think. Might have something to cut them with. Okay. Let's cut up the green onions. I'm just going to do a little few of these on top of here. Like that. Just great. Oh, this is going to be so good. Leeks. Ah, you're going to love making this at home. This is just fantastic. Greens. I don't know how I'm going to get this all together. It always looks like less before I start piling it all on here, but that's okay. It's more fun that way. Try and stuff it all on here. Whatever falls out, you can just pick up and eat. Okay, so now, trick here, sandwich making trick. Put the two ends together, the back to back or bottom to bottom, fold it over. Give it a mash, a good mash. So it's like a panini press. That's the way I like it. Okay. Of course, you notice everything's squirting out, but that's okay. Just stuff it back in there. Yes, this is going to be one hefty, hearty sandwich. Okay, we'll cut it in half. Let's use this as our serving tray. Cut right down the tofu perfectly. Okay, let's put this on here. Open it up a little bit so you can see it. And I will take a shot of this afterward, and then it'll pop up so you'll be able to see it all finished. But there it is. Oops, let me move it back a bit so you can see it. It's out of the camera. Right there. It's beautiful. Oh, can't wait to eat it. I'm FOODMAKER V. And remember, you don't need any cooking classes. Watch my videos. You can make food all day long. Great vegan food. Simple, easy. Just takes a microwave and a toaster oven. Sometimes one or the other. You don't even need both most of the time. Remember, the best investment you can ever make is an investment in your health. I'll see you next time.